Hi, this is Amy with Flower Moxie, and I'm so excited because today I have a very special guest, Amy Cullifer. She's the owner of Amy Cakes, and she's going to be teaching us today how she approaches floral design when it comes to her cakes. She probably is the oldest vendor relationship that I have. I probably met her when I was about 26, 27, and I'm 39 now, so we've worked a lot of weddings together. Her artwork is absolutely stunning. It tastes amazing, and it takes, like, you've been in the industry
30 years.
30 years. And that,
when you're saying that, Amy Cakes is 16, so yes, you and I have been together a long time.
It takes a lot to be successful in the wedding industry for this long. You've got to be worth your salt to, come onto the scene and stay here. And she has a lot of integrity, and her cakes are absolutely fantastic. So before we get started, we get a lot of questions regarding how to put flowers into cakes safely. So for me, doing this as long as I have, I've always seen that a lot of the cake vendors just place the flowers directly into the frosting. That has never seemed to be a problem. Another option, if that worries you, is you can wrap the end of the stems with stem tape. In saying that, I don't feel like there's less chemicals on stem tape than an actual flower. Like, what's your opinion on it?
I agree with you. I think a skewer, if you're not going to have any kind of, if you think you're worried about insecticides, chemicals, or however the flowers are grown. And these are great for ranunculus because there are any floral that has a really thin, flimsy stem that you feel like is going to break. So you can just pop off the stem, put this in, and then you can cut it to the length that you want. And I like these better than toothpicks because the toothpick's so small, like sometimes it won't hold the weight of the flower. But those will work too if you're using small blooms.
Perfect. Yeah. For the sake of the video, I asked her just to place directly into the frosting because just for time purposes. And as far as like the chemicals on flowers, like I kind of feel like I get more chemicals when I go to Taco Bell.
And as 30 years of doing this, I've put a lot of flowers into the cakes. So, I mean, it's more common now for brides to be concerned about that. So I get that question. So if you are concerned, just chop off the stem, stick a skewer, toothpick, and you're good to go.
Perfect. All right, well, we'll let her get started.
So most of the time, you would think after 30 years of experience, the bride just says, do whatever you want. But that is not the case because usually it's their most important day. And so a lot of times I go off of an inspiration picture, and I printed some today. And when you go online and start looking at pictures of cakes, this will inspire you on how you like your flowers on the cake because there's so many different options. The Cascade was really popular years ago. Now it's just kind of sky's the limit. So I always, in the meeting, talk with the bride. It's most important about how the flower placement is on the cake because they definitely have opinions even though they say they don't. So about 10% of the time do I get free reign. And I always just look at what flowers I have. Sometimes you will walk into a wedding and the flowers that are left are minimal and you thought you were going to have a bunch. But it's all about, to me, I look at the cake and I have my inspiration picture. You want to kind of get a plan before you start. Cakes are fragile, so as you are placing a bloom, let's say you decide you don't like it there, you can pull it out. You can do that a few times, but the more that you put it into the cake and pull it out, the integrity of the cake starts to break down. And that's when the flowers are gonna fall off and you're gonna have some trouble. And buttercream cakes are really soft, so you want to kind of get a plan before you start poking flowers in your cake. You always want to leave a little bit of stem, so about this long, so if you're doing the skewer or if you decide to tape it, you want something to anchor it in. If you cut it super short and put it on the cake, sometimes they'll fall off. So say we're coming to set up the cake about an hour before, or even if you're doing it yourself, so you're going to do it early so you can go get ready for the wedding. You don't want it to fall apart on you. So what I'm gonna do is I have my inspiration here and I'm gonna start with the bigger blooms. And for me, it's all about balance of color and I love movement. So you have to determine if you like greenery, because greenery gives you movement, or if you just like blooms. So I always start with a big one as my center. I kind of go up on the side here. And you also want to think about weight. You don't want to put really big, heavy blooms on a tiny cake. because sometimes it'll look too heavy. And when I'm decorating, I like to see the edges of the cake. Sometimes you can cover up the whole side and then it makes it look like it's not quite straight. All right. And I like to leave stems to kind of give movement like that. See how it's spun around? Because I only stuck a little bit of that in there, so you really want a good anchor so it'll hold. Or you can take another bloom and prop it. Now say you're placing the flowers and you accidentally touch it. That's the glorious thing about flowers. You can just put another bloom in and cover up your mistake. Another thing to think about when I said balance of color, I'll show up and say that you want to do groupings. This one I'm just going to kind of do a cascade through the middle, and you have just one red flower. It's kind of odd to use just one red flower if you're going to do like 3 groupings, because your eye just pulls to that color. So sometimes I just won't use that color if I only have one. Or I find the florist and beg for more flowers. Right. And I think if you just do like blooms like this, it's a softer effect. And when you start adding the greenery, which I love greenery, it doesn't make it as soft. It's just with the color, the light colors. Okay. And I just think about where I'm putting the balance of color. So I'm using this dark color all the way through, like that. And I like to take a picture of it with my phone and look at it. I know that sounds crazy, but sometimes I see things through my pictures when I don't see it with my naked eye. All right. And I think I want some more movement down here. All right. Beautiful. So then once I place the blooms, then I go back and kind of see where I want to put the greenery to give it that movement. And this eucalyptus is amazing for that. It's got a good shape. And if you don't have greenery, you can use the leaves from the blooms, which is really pretty. So here's one of those really flimsy stem ranunculus. They like to break, so those would be great to have the skewer for sure. They aren't very sturdy. They like to jump off the cake. And another thing is if you don't have the length of the stem to secure it in the cake, and it does tumble off a buttercream cake, it tumbles down the cake, and so then you have marks all the way down the cake. So to make sure not to let that happen. I think I'm liking this movement on this cake. Oh, this tulip, let's see. So I kind of just stand back and try to put all the different colors in. We've got that yellow. I think I'm going to pull it over here. Sometimes you have to be gentle poking them in. You don't want to damage the bloom. Let's see here, there we go. I don't know, I think it's almost done. Let's put, and I have a thing where if you give me a bucket of flowers, I'm gonna put every flower on it. So I have no chill. So sometimes I just need to walk away from the cake. So you want to get an inspiration picture. And I kind of went off of this one, and you can play around with it, but this will give you something to go on so you're not pulling blooms out and damaging the cake. I think that's the best advice for sure. And see, look, I want this one on here, but I'm thinking I'm good. Voila.
So I just learned a ton. Cake flowers have always intimidated me, and I just thought she described it perfectly. I think the takeaways for me was the color, like the color blocking, that made a lot of sense. It's just the balance. I love how she created this movement, and not to overwork your cake. So it kind of reminded me what I tell you about floral foam. If you keep driving it in, you can overwork it and then you will lose that stability. So thank you so much for coming today. And This is incredible. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or email us, and thank you so much for joining us.
Say, here she comes back, just for a little.
We can't
See, I can't. Yeah, and that's so true. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I liked it the way it was, huh? Maybe smaller.